to a brand new year of the 406 Tech Talk. We are going to share with you all sorts of new and exciting things that are happening in our district, including this awesome room we're sitting in. Ta-da! So tell us, guys, what's up and new and happening, and what have you seen going on?
So many things. First, to start in the context of this cool place where we're sitting, this room came to us as part of a grant.
Yes.
Phillips 66 funded a, $750,000
Yeah.
plus, like $42. Grant for it was for Project Lead the Way, so that 5 of our elementary schools could participate in Project Lead the Way, and as part of that, they rolled this training room into it. So we now have a fully equipped training facility that's got an iPad lab in it, a MacBook Pro lab in it, sets of Mimeo Votes, a printer, this Promethean Active Touch or similar board that behind here. We have a smart board. We're set up, so we have an alternative place to offer trainings after school or during the day.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So we talked about this beautiful room we have access to, and we also have some great new integrators of technology that are sharing within their buildings what's happening.
Hi, my name is Nicole Bogunovich. I'm one of the 3 technology integration specialists that we have here at Billings West High School. I was recently hired last year, which was really exciting. I've always wanted to help out with technology integration. It has been a passion of mine ever since I finished my master's, and actually ever since I've started teaching. So it's exciting to share that passion with other teachers throughout the district and here at Billings West High specifically. Couple of things that we've been working on this year. We are offering Wednesday training sessions, and for those teachers that cannot attend those, we've been updating our website with those handouts. So we've been creating specialized handouts for those teachers so that way they still can use that time to integrate technology. We have lots of big plans this year, and I'm really excited to see what West High can do with technology integration.
Great hearing from some of the new faces that are stepping up in their buildings and working with technology to help integrate. Now we'll talk a little bit about some who's who and what they do. We have a new technology director that we'll hear from, Mr. Kyle Brucker.
Busily clicking away behind a couple of monitors, you'll find this hardworking new face up on the 3rd floor of the Lincoln Center.
I'm Kyle Brucker, and I'm the Director of Technology. I get to oversee technology, obviously, for the entire school district. So that's everything from classroom management of iPads, Chromebooks, to computers and those kinds of things in the classrooms, and then also our infrastructure, some networking and support of all that as well.
So what are his thoughts on this new position and working in the district?
I had some idea that there was a lot of technology coming into our classrooms at once, but I don't think I got the full grasp of it until we actually got here and just realized, gosh, there's just so much, and here we are, 4 weeks into school, and we're still working on getting things set up and getting it in there. And it's not for lack of hard work, it's just that there's so much of it. And now it's just a matter of us having the time and getting in there and prioritizing and make sure that we get everything set up in time. So it's just taking, like I say, there's only so many people to do it, and we're working as fast as we can.
So coming from the business world, what are some of the differences that he sees?
Having been around technology for 20 years, the part of getting in order, getting it set up, making sure infrastructure works comes really naturally to me. What I am still in awe of is our educators and how they not only understand the technology as much as they need to, but then they're able to implement it in their lessons. To me, that's an eye-opener and something that my mind just doesn't always work that way. So I'm absolutely fascinated to see the different ways that the teachers are able to get it in the hands of their students.
As with anything new, the biggest question on everyone's mind is, what's going to be different?
We've got to figure out what works and what doesn't work. So my message would be to tell us, keep us informed. I've had so many great emails from teachers and principals saying, can you give us a status report? Can you let us know what we're doing? And so one of my tasks too is communication and just setting realistic timelines for when we're going to get things done. I think that's a big deal. And I guess I would ask for, with that feedback, some patience with us that boy, I am all about making this better and more streamlined and getting the technology into the classrooms as quick as we can. I think we just got to figure out the best way to do that.
So what, in Kyle's opinion, is the best way?
Yeah, the best way, and I can't stress this enough, is to put a ticket into the help desk. such a really easy tool to use, and it gets it right in there. But what that does then is it gives us a list for each of us in the department. I get tickets too, and it gives us a list so we won't accidentally forget what you told us. The other advantage of the ticket system, not only does it keep us accountable and keep us on task with what still needs to be done, but it also is one of the best ways I know how to share knowledge among all of our staff. They can go in and they can do a quick search and see a problem that someone else has had that's very similar, and it gives them that idea of what they should maybe look for. It's kind of funny how technology departments work a lot of times is, if you're not thinking about us, we're probably doing a good job, because that means we've made life easier for you, and that's the hope. That's kind of our goal. But some of the things we're working on are new networks in all of our elementary schools within the next 2 years. And then we're also looking at high schools, making sure that we have access points in every single classroom, so connectivity is not an issue. To more visible things, like we're going to redo our website. The Billings Public Schools website drastically needs to be redone, and so we're looking at that right now, top to bottom. What content is on it? What tools should we be using for that? So that'll get done as well. I mentioned the help desk. We're actually implementing a new help desk software that will help us meet those goals I talked about earlier of making sure we have accountability and knowledge and those things. So those are the biggies that we're working on. In a couple of weeks, you're going to start to see some changes within structure, technology, and obviously, if I'm doing my job, we're going to see better customer service.
One of the things that very impressive man talked about was the help desk and how critical that is. And so for those of you who are maybe new to the district this year, or maybe haven't had to do this in a while because all of your technology problems have been solved, we're going to do a tutorial really quickly on how to use the help desk.
Welcome to the Billings Public Schools Technology Tutorials. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a help desk ticket. The first thing you want to do is open your web browser and visit Billings Public Schools. The web address is billingsschools.org. Once you're on the Billings Schools homepage, if you go to the staff menu, you're going to find more resources at the bottom of the menu that pops up. Click on More Resources. In the middle of the page, you're going to see a link that says Create a Help Desk Ticket. Let's go ahead and click that link, and that's going to take us into a window that asks us to sign in. The reason we have to sign in is help desk tickets are only available for Billings Public Schools employees. So I'm going to put in my username. Notice I didn't put in the full email address. It's just my last name and first initial. And then I'm going to put in my district password and click Submit. Now my help desk ticket environment is going to look a little bit different than yours because I can actually accept help desk tickets. So you don't want my environment. You just want what you can see, which is create a ticket. When you click on create a ticket, you're going to be shown a window that asks you to give us some information. The first box is the subject. Let's just take a sample subject. My laptop won't print. Now if you think about that, that subject's pretty vague. So in the detailed description box, what we would like for you to do is put as much information as you possibly can. Perhaps mention the operating system type. By this what I mean is, are you running Windows or are you running Mac? Also, it helps us to know if you're printing from a type of document, from a website, or what actually are you trying to print? And I'm going to spell trying correctly. We'd also like to know if you've tried other things before you've actually submitted your help desk ticket. The more detail you can provide for us, the better we can help you. Please try and put as much information as you possibly can, including the equipment that you're working with, what you've already tried, and actually, if there is an error message, we'd love to see that error message. If it's a long error message or you can't quite explain what's happening, go ahead and take a screenshot. If you're not familiar with how to take a screenshot, you can actually watch our tutorial on how to take a screenshot. But notice, once you've taken that screenshot, you can actually click Upload and choose the file that you have taken a picture of. Again, just a reminder, the more detail you put into your help desk ticket, the better we can help you. Once you've got the detailed description entered, go ahead and click your Submit button, and that help desk ticket will then get routed to the correct person.
What a great review of how to use the help desk. I know that it's important to help me stay organized with the tickets that need to be done and where I need to go. So it's a great system if we can use it efficiently and effectively. So what a great tutorial.
So new teachers, there's a lot, and we're sorry if we didn't get around to talk to more of you this week, but we went out and found a few new teachers, and not necessarily just new teachers, but new administrators or people who are maybe in a new position.
Yes.
Our colleague Desiree Caskey, as you know, a lot of she took a different position this year, so we went around and found a couple of them, hunted them down with our cameras, and wanted to know how their year's gone so far and what was on their mind right now.
Off to a great start. We are having a wonderful start to our school year. Big learning curve for me, but it's very exciting. I'm really honored to be here. This is the most amazing staff. They've been so patient and understanding and just helpful with me. So great kids. I've enjoyed meeting the parents. So like I said, it's just been a fabulous start to the school year.
Our year is going very well. I'm a first-year teacher, and so I'm just kind of taking things in stride. But now kids are learning, we're getting things in place, and we're really rolling, so things are going very well.
My year is going great. I'm really excited to be at Lewis and Clark and loving the students.
The year's been awesome. We've had a great positive experience with staff, administration, just really helpful teamwork atmosphere. The school climate here is awesome. It's very positive and uplifting.
I have a fantastic class and I'm loving it here.
So far my year started great. It's been a big change for me, but it's a good change and it's allowing me to grow as an educator and as a person.
My year's going very well so far. I'm blown away by how fun it is. I was kind of expecting to be just stressed out of my mind, and it's a lot of work, but I'm just enjoying every minute of it. It's so great.
The students, the teachers, and the parents are amazing. Yeah, it's really making my job fun. And the fact that I get to sit in a rocking chair. Sorry.
My year so far has been awesome. Been loving it. This has been, I never thought in a million years that I'd be living in Billings, but I am, and I'm loving it. I love this school, love the people that are working here. The students are fantastic, just having a great time.
My year's going fabulous. I love being at West High, and the biggest thing on my mind right now is how in the world do I get to know the 1,900 students at West.
The biggest thing on my mind right now is how to use the assessment that we've done to really meet the needs of all students. So the NWA scores, SRIs, how to pull that information and data together to really be able to make groups for our 6th graders, because 6th grade is often referred to as being on an island. So just want to be able to use that well and be able to challenge students and meet them where they need to be met.
The biggest thing on my mind, probably wrapping my head around a district of this caliber compared to my little district of only 240 kids. So just trying to find my place and roll with the punches and best prepare these kids for the next years.
The biggest thing on my mind right now is still getting all of my materials into one space so that I can do my job how it needs to be done.
Building more relationships with staff, getting to know them better, in and out of school, getting to know my students better and involving myself more in the extracurricular stuff, attending some football games, some sporting events, some things where I'll see my students in a different setting.
As the year goes on, I would love to get to a point with the kids where we are doing a lot more hands-on activities. Right now we are starting very basic things in all the subjects, so it'd be nice to really kind of take it to the next level, do a lot more hands-on, a lot more creative thinking projects and assignments, and just continue that day-to-day thing of reinforcing rules and procedures and building the class community as well.
The biggest thing on my mind is probably just learning the curriculum and managing a class and teaching. So relationships are going well. It's just more of that, like the curriculum, learning curriculum.
What's on my mind right now? It's Friday and I'm going to be going home to see my wife and my kids. So that's what's on my mind right now.
What is on my mind right now? A lot of Project Lead the Way.
So the little kids come, they sit at the carpet, and they're gonna get a story, but they're da-da-da-da-da-la-la-la-la. So they have to sing the listening song. Yes. So
I'm listening.
Okay. It's eyes are watching, ears are listening, lips are closed, hands are still. Come on in.
Especially seeing Josh Munson come into the classroom. I was lucky enough to have him as a freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior, and he always wanted to be a teacher. So I think it's just another great teacher that we've added to our list. But what else is new and exciting, guys?
Well, this room, speaking of this
Yes.
room, which we already talked about, but with a new space to offer training brings new opportunities. And so TILT applications actually closed today, which is the day we're filming this. So hopefully by the time you see this, we will have selected our new TILT members. But that allows us the opportunity to have 2 different groups running concurrently on the same day in 2 different places. So that's awesome.
Yes.
And we've already got to debut a training in this room that took place last week with a group of 2 groups of Riverside teachers. So we worked
And
with them.
they loved it.
It was awesome.
Loved it. Yeah.
We worked with one group in the morning and one in the afternoon on ways to incorporate BYOD, or bring your own device, and some of the things we did.
And they were just so receptive and excited to get those ideas, and it was fun to hear how they went back and used them. So
Immediately.
Yes.
Some of them like changed everything and went back and did it right away. So that's
Exactly.
awesome.
So thank you, Riverside, for
Now I know how to use my clickers in the classroom. I'm excited about using clickers.
I'm excited about trying clickers in the classroom. I think kids will find them entertaining, and they look like they'll be quick and easy for me to be able to get results.
Now I know how to create QR codes in the classroom for effective students and to keep photo bombs out.
Now that I know more about, I hope to try it with information delivery and then student involvement.
I'm excited about using more technology in the classroom. Still a little nervous about the fact that I don't know much about it, and I do think my students will being able to see and use more technology that they don't have much experience with.
I think students will be excited about clickers, and I'm going to be using Nearpod a lot.
Now that I know about QR codes, I hope to try them in my classroom for just a different way to do assignments so the kids are moving around in the classroom as well.
As a music teacher, I am so excited about using the clickers tools to assess my large classes, students that classes that typically have 30 to 40 students. It'll be a quick, easy way to assess student understanding.
Now I know how to use clickers for quick assessment, and I'm also going to use the Answer Garden. I really liked that app.
Now that I know about the clickers, I'm excited to use them to check my understanding in my family consumer science class.
I am excited about getting a classroom set of iPads.
I am excited about using clickers in the classroom.
Hi, now that I know about Photosphere, I am going to take it outside, use it in my room, use it during different labs, and hopefully figure out how to put it to my website.
All right, now that I've had this training, I am excited about writing a grant to get some iPads in my classroom so that we can do clickers and do other investigation of language.
I'm really excited about using this technology in my classroom. I already have 3 iPad minis, and I'm looking for a little more training on how to best use those for my students, because I think it will seriously increase student engagement.
Now I know what Clicker is, and I plan to use QR codes a little more in my library.
Now I have information on clickers and just how I can use that on my safety tests in technology education.
I'm excited to try BYOD because then I will know what each student has understood in the classroom, and I feel like I can do a better job helping those that have not.
Now I know that there are good reasons for writing a grant.
I think the students are going to love all the technology that we're
So what else is new?
The new Google Drive.
Meet the new Google Drive.
It lets you have all your files within reach from any smartphone, tablet, or computer. And now it's faster and easier to use. First, you'll notice a single button called New, which is where you go to add something to Drive or create something new in Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, or any other Drive-compatible apps. You may also notice Drive is now faster, and a single click lets you see file details and recent activity. To open, just double-click the item. After adding more and more files to Drive, you're going to want to organize and share them, so we made that easier too. Now you can use the same commands you use on your computer to select multiple files, and then use the menu or right-click to take group actions. Or simply click and drag to move the files and folders all at once. In the mobile app, you'll see a list of items in your Drive, and you can change views to see thumbnail previews of your files. From this screen, it's easy to search for files or add something from your device to Drive, like photos and videos. And on Android, you can even add other files, like music and downloads. Click the File Info button to enable offline access, see recent file activity, and move or print your file. This is also where you can invite others to files or folders, as well as set what types of access they have. These are just some of the ways we are making Google Drive faster and easier to use, and we're just getting started. Give it a try from any device at g.co/getdrive.
I've switched.
Me too.
It didn't hurt that bad.
There's a few things that have been hard for me, but I'm getting there. I like that I can still go back to the old one when I need to for now, but the new Google Drive is definitely something we all should be checking out.
Because at some point, as with most new things, they'll eventually phase the old out and bring in the new. So if you can take the time now to kind of toggle back and forth between the new and the old, that now might be a great time to kind of ease your way into learning the new.
And as we work with it, we're trying to find those little differences to point out so that we can help you make that transition easier.
One thing too that, things are always new, so it's even hard for us to keep up with the pace of new things. We don't always know all the answers right away. In fact, hardly ever know the answers even after a while, but we have we all have access to some really great resources, and one of them is a resource that you found, Shelley.
The new Drive Google resource, is that it? Yep. Google has actually an amazing help center. So we'll share the link with you. And then also Casey Bell, who does Shake Up Learning, has my favorite cheat sheets ever. And so if you check out Shake Up Learning, you're going to find just a really beautiful cheat sheet for anything related to Google.
They're easy to follow and easy to read and nice to look at too.
Yeah. We also have been having a lot of Google trainings to help you get ready for the change. So every Tuesday and Thursday in September, October, and November, there is a Google training occurring somewhere in the district. And so if one of your colleagues has been to that training, you can sure hit them up for some new Google Drive help as well.
Absolutely. And speaking of trainings, we've been asked a lot, what are you offering for MEA trade? And there's a lot of things out there on the horizon that we've put in for proposals that haven't hit the MEA trade site yet, or that either I'm doing one on iPads
and it filled up like
in
this.
an hour.
Yeah.
So if there's something you would really like to see offered, ask, because we can put together something or point you which way to go to get enrolled in something. So one new thing that we tried to implement this year was actually Charles' idea, which I think was fantastic. You want to talk about that?
Sure. So kind of as the newest member of the TIS group, getting to learn faces and names was tough, and there's people I probably know but don't always attach the name or the face with the name. So I thought, well, what a great opportunity to change your profile picture for your Google account to an actual picture of you. And I think, it's been well received. It's been fun to see people changing those pictures. We love seeing all the pets and family and flowers and things, but it's just a nice way to know that when I look at an email address or put my mouse cursor over someone, that I can see who that is, so that I can start to really figure out that that's the right person that I want to email, or it's the right person I'm thinking of. It's great for our students too, as they share things with us in Google Drive and Docs, because they can see the picture of the address that they're sharing to make sure they've got the right person. So we appreciate those who have. If you haven't, the challenge still stands for you to change that picture out. And as an incentive, we're going to do a little Face of Education contest where we will put all the staff into a random name picker to pick a name, and if your profile has your picture, you'll win a prize. So we'll do that randomly, kind of break it up a little bit by building, and if we crank out your name through the random name picker, go to your email address or profile and you have a picture, you win a prize. So that might be a little incentive for you to get that photo or that space updated in your profile.
Be the face of education.
Be the face, that warm, smiling face.
Not the pet face. So what are we going to talk about next time?
We could do internet safety for sure. We have so many things to choose from.
And if you have suggestions for future topics or things like that too, let us know. But digital citizenship, digital literacy, really, and internet safety has been a huge topic, especially in our elementary and middle schools. So
never too early, and you can never teach
talk
it
about
too
it
much.
enough.
Yep.
Playing and staying safe online. The internet can be a lot like real life. It's fun to hang out, chat with your friends, share videos and photos, and maybe meet new people. Just as in real life, you should keep in mind a few simple guidelines to keep yourself safe. Part 1. Personal is personal. Keep your private stuff private. Don't post personal information like your name, school, age, address, or phone number. Mark privacy settings so only your friends can see your stuff. Passwords are meant to be private. Keep them that way. Pick a password no one else is likely to guess. Think before you post or share information, even with your friends. You never know how it can be used against you, especially when a friend becomes an ex. Part 2. Respect yourself. It's easy to forget that being mean hurts as much online as off. Don't put up with bullies. Ignore or block people who harass you. Don't be a bully. If you're mean, you may get blocked or banned. If something happens online that makes you uncomfortable, tell a trusted adult. Part 3. Be street smart. The internet is like a big city with all kinds of neighborhoods. Use your common sense when you go exploring. Be skeptical of new people you meet online, even if they seem nice. Don't talk about sex with strangers. If you decide to meet someone you only know online, do it in a public space and bring along some friends, and tell an adult where you're going. Remember, don't share private information. Don't be a bully or put up with bullies. Be cautious with new people you meet online. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more tips from the YouTube team.
Thanks, and we will see you next time.